We've got an update on the hashtag Free Stellar Blade campaign launched by Mark Kern, aka Grummz. It looks like some rogue employee or something is going on over at X where they are censoring the hashtag Free Stellar Blade hashtag from search and from not only from search, but also from it auto-populating. Instead, we're getting a bunch of misspellings that are auto-populating. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Roll this up over at thatparkplace.com. And you can see here, user Ramenburger626 reports that Twitter seems to have removed the hashtag Free Stellar Blade hashtag. Only the misspelled Free Stellar Blade E instead of A is available. Something is wrong. Something broke the hashtag. And he obviously shared a screenshot there where only hashtag Free Stellar Blade with an E instead of an A is populating. I did try to replicate this. I did get some different results here. But it was all misspellings. It was not the actual Free Stellar Blade hashtag. You can see here, I got hashtag Free Stellar Blade with just one L instead of two. I got similar results to Ramen Burger here with just the E instead of the A in Stellar. And then I got one where they dropped the R from Stellar Blade. And so it's just Free Stella Blade. So three different hashtags populated for me that are misspelled instead of the main hashtag, which most people are using. It should be the one that is auto-populating there when you're typing this out. So clearly something is going on here over on X. Looks like some kind of clear suppression here. That's what Mark Kearns thinks. He posted this on X. This is an old Twitter censorship trick. It is how hashtags are deboosted. We saw this plenty in the original Gamergate days. The correctly spelled tag is deboosted, so only misspelled tags show up. And then he said, Elon Musk, and he tagged him. He says, you've got rats in the system pulling old, dirty tricks. And hard to argue with that. That it does indeed look like what is indeed happening. It looks like some dirty tricks are happening. Maybe a rogue employee or something is going on, some old code or something. But clearly, something is up over there at X. They are indeed suppressing this hashtag Free Stellar Blade hashtag. Grummz would later add this: censor the game, censor Grummz, talking about it, put a 20,000 hit on me. Now censor the hashtag. These people are showing their true colors. Indeed, they are. Clearly evil stuff happening. Like the $20,000 hit makes that abundantly clear that this stuff is absolutely evil. Despite the suppression, despite the censorship, the campaign does appear to be gaining steam since it was launched on April 26th. We've seen the online petition on change.org is closing in on 50,000 signatures. It currently sits at 47,720. See right there in that screenshot. We've also seen numerous individuals indicate that they are boycotting Sony by canceling their PlayStation Network subscriptions. X-user Sayel has done a really good job of kind of finding all of these, putting them into screenshots, and sharing them on X. You can check that out in the article here, which I will share in the description below. I'll share a link to that in the description below. So we've seen that. I covered that in a separate video as well. And then we're also seeing a number of users express their dissatisfaction with PlayStation in their replies to their posts on social media. In one post from PlayStation, it detailed that Stellar Blade was available to purchase in the PlayStation Store. And one user suggested suing Sony in small claims court for false advertising. You can see that here. Thunda818 says, false advertising to the max. Let's get the ball rolling. Introduction to suing Sony in small claims court. So potentially trying to get people to go after Sony for false advertising in small claims court. I'm not a lawyer, not a legal analyst, so I'm not sure how that would work. But he is suggesting that maybe that is a track that people should investigate and look into. We've also seen Your Hot Kitty here posted this. For those aware, do not get the digital version of Stellar Blade. Sony are up with their old tricks. Force censoring via update patch. Make sure you get the physical copy and do not update your game. You be good to go. We have Madam Savvy questioning, why did you push for censorship? We want the vision of Shift Up, not you. You are nothing without your exclusives anymore. Given the pre-sales, you should have let them do as they pleased because it was obviously working. Those pre-sales had gone gold. Was the top pre-sold game in the country or in the world, I think, globally. So had really big pre-sales. Not sure how much the censorship stuff has affected it. We'll see. I know Grummz has been advocating for people not to cancel their pre-orders, not to try and seek refunds or anything like that, to continue to purchase the game, but to engage in this kind of free Stellar Blade campaign that he has launched in order to get it fixed, which would then potentially lead to more sales of Stellar Blade. We have Gary Games Zero writing, why did you feel the need to censor the outfits and gore, but we're totally fine with it in Baldur's Gate 3 and The Last of Us? So obviously pointing out the hypocrisy and contradiction there. He's absolutely right. It is hypocritical. There is a contradiction. Clearly, it does seem to potentially indicate that there are political leanings or political machinations at work here from Sony as to why they decided to censor Stellar Blade. We also have Corey Chavis 7 kind of echoing what we've already talked about with Sael here. He says, I cancel my PlayStation Plus subscription today, not supporting PlayStation until they give us the version that we paid for. Stellar Blade, hashtag free Stellar Blade. So, like I said, it does indeed look like the suppression is indeed happening. We're seeing suppression here. It's now on X, it looks like. Obviously, we saw the censorship in the game with the gore and the outfits. But despite all of the censorship, despite the suppression, it does look like the campaign to restore Stellar Blade to free Stellar Blade is continuing to move forward. We're seeing that here with the petition. It's closing in on 50,000. I said earlier, multiple or like almost every post you go to with PlayStation, people are expressing their dissatisfaction with the censorship. So the campaign is still going full swing. People are still engaging in it, and it doesn't look like it is going away anytime soon. And in fact, I think it looks like it's getting bigger and bigger. And right now we're probably at the peak as far as the timeline of the free Stellar Blade movement. I still feel like we're at the peak of it, and it's not going away anytime soon. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable to each other, but to always speak the truth.